At 6:35, we are tasting and seeing in Western New York this morning. The greatest restaurants, as you know, they don't just have a really delicious menu, they have lots of wine options. But what if you want to take the wine, leave the pricey dinner? A new restaurant owned by a local couple on Hurdle is offering up just that.
It's sort of like the difference between, the useful arts and the fine arts. I mean, there is wine for drinking and there's wine for really just paying attention to and enjoying.
If you've been around Buffalo for a while, you might have heard of a bar called the Little Club before.
It was a popular spot, I think, up until around the time they started to do the construction on Main Street.
That spot, which originally opened in the 50s, belonged to Tommy Lombardo's grandfather. It's come back to life through a different lens, or glass, rather.
When you come here, wine is without a doubt the center stage. That's why people are coming through these doors.
The newest Lombardo Little Club opened its doors on Hurdle Avenue last month. This one is a wine bar. All the usual suspects are behind the counter, but this spot is about guests finding something they like from somewhere they never thought to look.
Wines that are off the beaten path and wines you might not be able to find elsewhere.
I'm, for the most part, the resident grown-up in charge.
General Manager Dan Reich says he probably spends more time curating his employees than the exotic wine selection.
It's way more important. It's way more important. It's way more important.
But do you have to be a wine enthusiast to be a part of this little club?
Absolutely not. And that was kind of like, every time we make a decision about what the place is going to be about, are we still approachable, right? Are we still going to be accessible to someone that doesn't really care about wine or know a lot about it or is not sure if they want to drink it or not, right? So if this decision is going to make us less accessible.
Yeah, that was the big question. Do you have to like wine? And they're saying no, they have beers and they have, all the liquors, but this is really for people who are wanting to find maybe new things, stuff off the beaten path. So
I really like this, and I also like the fact that this is on Hurdle Avenue, which is an expanding, up-and-coming area, and that they own the restaurant across the street.
Right across the street. So you can have the white table dining experience if you want, or just grab the wines.
Good enough.
Good enough for me.